Hey there, this is Corey with imod.systems. In today's repair video, we're going to be repairing this copy of Pokémon Emerald that came to me all the way from Canada. The owner of the game was really nice, and they also included a note. You can pause the video if you want to read it, but there was one line in this note that was really striking to me. He said that he joked with his friend and created the console-killing cartridge. Yeah, so we're not going to be testing it out in this Game Boy. Nope, let's get that out of here. So, I think we have a surprise on our hands, so let's pop it open and take a look at it and see what's going on. And right away, you take a look at that. Over here on the EEPROM, we have a nice ball of solder that's shorting out all of these pins here. So it's a good thing I didn't pop this into my Game Boy. It looks like, though, we have R7, C3, and R9. That's pretty surprising, because usually those are the first ones to go. Our battery pads are still intact, and we have no solder on the edge connector. So let's go under the microscope, and let's try to get this game repaired. Okay, so we're under the microscope, and we can see the obvious damage over here on the side of the EEPROM. We have a nice big long short here. I'm just going to give the rest of the board a quick visual inspection to see if there are any more surprises on here. I'm first going to review the ROM. It looks like we have a little bit of splash over here. It's nothing too serious. Maybe not. I'll look at that later. But I'm not seeing any other shorts. Not seeing any obvious damage on any vias or any traces. It looks like we have some exposed traces over here by where the cartridge would rub against it. I can seal that up with some solder mask. Nothing down here. Nothing on this side of the EEPROM. Nothing on the clock chip. All of our passives are in place. So let's get the board rotated. Let's get working on this. I'm going to zoom in a little bit tighter on this. I just want to get a really good look at it while we're working. Okay, so we're zoomed in nice and tight on the EEPROM here. And one thing I'm concerned about is I see a little bit of copper here. They did say that they tried to clear it with some wick, so I'm hoping that's just some leftover strands from the wick there. But we're going to find out in a second once we start working on this. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to flood it in some fresh flux. I'm just going to try to attempt to clear this with my iron first. And the key here is just cleaning the tip of your iron constantly, because the solder is going to want to follow the heat. Just going to wick away the last bit of this. There we go. Let's touch all these up. Excellent, not seeing any other damage. We're going to clean up our flux. I just see one more joint that I want to clean up. This guy right here. You'll never see that with the naked eye, but I know it's there and it's going to bug me. There we go. There we go, that looks pretty decent. So the next thing that I'm going to do, just because we had a pretty bad short here, I'm just going to test for shorts with my multimeter. I don't want to get any beeps. And if we do get a beep, you're probably not going to hear it on the video. Okay, so we don't have any shorts. I think we're good to pop it in our Game Boy now. I'm going to give the edge connector a quick clean with some deoxit. And here's our repaired game. Let's pop it into the Game Boy and let's hope that it doesn't blow up. Nintendo logo. Hey, would you look at that? Of course, there's no battery in that. A lot of you have asked me about putting batteries in the game, so I'm going to show you how to do that. Excellent. Oop. Okay, Numal, I don't have time for you right now. So let's put a battery in this game. Okay, so we're zoomed in nice and tight on the game and the battery here. The first thing that we're always going to want to do is just verify the voltage on the battery. I've gotten brand new batteries that were dead on arrival, so I'm just going to test it with my multimeter real quick. Looks like we have about 3.1 volts, so this is a good battery. The next thing that we need to do, we need to make a little landing for the battery so that it lays flat on the board. You could see here that the positive tab is laying flat straight out. So if you put this on the game, it's actually going to be sticking up, and it's not going to be making contact with this pad here. So what I like to do, I like to take my thumb and I brace the welds on the battery and I bend it down a little bit like this. And then I grab a pair of needle nose pliers and I make a flat landing for it. So I just grab the tab and I rotate it like this. So now I have a nice flat landing. This tab over here, I'm going to bend it in just a little bit. And now when I put it on the game, it's laying nice and flat on both pads. Now I can come in with my iron. And there we go. It's as easy as that. As always, we're going to clean up our flux. We could pop it in our Game Boy and test. Now when we start the game, we don't want to see that battery message. Perfect, we're good to go. So thankfully we didn't have any surprises, we didn't have a Game Boy or a game explode here, so I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, comment down below, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much, take care.